Hello everybody and welcome for a new Kerbal Space Program episode. In this episode you will see the first minmus landing of this channel. So yes, I'm a little late, I'm on Kerbal Space Program 1 for those who asked, but I will not play on the 2 before a long moment because my computer can't handle it. So this is, as you may probably discover, it's a space station made for moon orbit because they asked me to do that. It's made to be completely reusable, like I can put this back to Kerbin, and it's very expensive, as you can see, 150,000 bucks at the end, but I don't have excuse me, I don't have the choice, and they pay me to make that, so it's worth it. This is a little science mission to minmus. We will land on it. So yes, I don't take scientist, I only take Jebediah, but it works. After I will probably make a minmus station, ground station. So it's a basic rocket, 25,000 bucks. It's not that expensive. With SRBs, I don't like SRBs, but they are not expensive, so it's at least 2 or 3 times less expensive than normal rockets. So we don't have choice if we want to keep our money for us, because I need to upgrade the science batiment, science facilities, and it's very, very, very expensive. Like the two last videos with this one are entirely made to win money for that. So yes, it will use almost all my money. We are approximately in space. We passed 50,000 meters. We still accelerating. So yes, my rockets are, I guess it's like they have less fuel for the same mission than before. It's better than before. I don't have the word. I will stop trying to get this one. So this rocket is not very expensive for what it is. In fact, it's less expensive than some moon missions that I made, and it has a lot more delta V's than needed. So we can completely do all the stuff we want to do with just that. I like the look of the rocket. Um, So we are going here. It's a flyby from Minmus with this mission because we need to make a flyby, and after we will do a big rocket to land on Minmus. In fact, I with this one I could almost do that with just some more power, but I made a big rocket because we don't made a big rocket from a long time right now, so it's great. So yes, I cut my microphone and get back because I don't knew if it was really recording. And this is the back mission because yes, I will not let all of that again because you were used to that, so I don't need to let all of that. There's just a capsule with all the important stuff. Even the solar panel is in that. I wasn't quite sure that it will resist the re-entry, but it looks like it resisted, so up the parachutes and landing. So this is a mission, the big rocket. In fact, I could reuse the old one, but I remake each time the rocket. I can make a head for that that will be reused. This time I forgot completely that this thing was to land, so I had to remake this as a lander with great landing legs. It's greater than before, and they hop this thing on the top. So the second stage is pretty powerful, and the first stage is incredibly powerful. So yes, and with Ursurbies, of course. All of that able to control with RCS, RCS, I don't know, because I cannot throttle or just steer solid rocket boosters. So this time I used RCSs to get this at the direction I wanted to. So it's very efficient. not that efficient, but it works. It works better than just the middle engine, and like this, I can save fuel. As you can see, it's burning because it's going very, very fast. In fact, I only needed three SRBs, I think, or even two will be enough. But more and more power like this, we are sure that it will work. We are officially in space, past the Kerman line. Does it's the Kerman line in this game? It's not the Kerbal line, I don't know. So the rocket is working until now. It will work until the end of the video because I get some experience with rockets, so it's better. And I don't have anything to comment here. It's nominal, no problem. So Minimus is pretty far away from Kerbin. If I don't say it, I will say back. I need to just modify the ascendant and descendant nodes with that. And as you can see, it's at the very limit of the Kerbin system, like 10 or 100 meters per second delta V more, and you escape Kerbin's gravity. So you have to take care of this because it can very easily get you out of the Kerbin system. We are now on the second stage boosters, so it was very long for me, this acceleration, because here it's in 2 times and something like this. For me it was real time, so as you can see, all was just to escape a little bit, and after, boom, it goes, it grows and other very fast. So we have the periapsis of minmus right, the first flyby. This time I don't messed up with that. We can now break. If you don't know, minmus is one of the easiest things to land on it, just because it doesn't have quite a lot of gravity. In fact, it doesn't have nearly gravity. It's very easy to land on it. You don't need that much fuel, so I have very, very big excess of fuel. Like I detached the second stage because I cannot land on the second stage. But it was fuel remaining inside, so I was sad like, I have to waste fuel. As you can see, we can see the planet very nicely. As you can see, yes. So making some science experiments, all that can be renewable, I just make that in orbit too, but all that cannot be renewed, I don't have the word, will be made only on the planet. So here it is. I don't know if anyone made a minmus land on Kerbal Space Program 2. I don't even know if the names of the planets still the same. I think yes. I don't know. So there's a landing, normal landing. As you can see, the second stage is going off. Oh, boom. It exploded. It was fast. In fact, I don't saw it will explode. So after another interruption in that, we continue the mission and hope we'll finish it. This video will be annoying with all the interruptions and fails that I get. Excuse me. Or not, you do whatever you want. So we landed next to this rock. It wasn't just, I don't have the word, it wasn't made for. It's just because the rock was here when we landed, and the first landing site wasn't the right one. So making just all the science experiments after we will get Jebediah out and walking on the moon. So all that stuff is great, and Jebediah can now walk on the moon. The ladder doesn't want to work, so we will do without the ladder. It doesn't matter, it's a small step for Jebediah, but it's a big step for Kermans. So all the interesting stuff, planting the flag with trees on it because we are ecologically friendly. We learned that this week in English. It's interesting. It's ecologically friendly. So yes, I still learn things in English, even if I speak English and we don't speak English in English. Yes, it's strange school system. So Minimus, as I said, doesn't have a lot of gravity, so it's very easy to escape. As you can see with a little burn, we have high hyperapsis, very high hyperapsis. RCSs are on because I have a lot of monoregal and I don't take care of that. I don't know why I put monoregal on that. In fact, I don't know why I put RCSs on that. It wasn't useful for this stage. It's extra mass. I don't have to do that, but I did it anyway, so it doesn't, it's not important for now. So modifying all of that, escaping miss gravity, all the usual stuff. It's it's usual. I cannot comment usual stuff. I don't know how Matt Lone does for just his whole career is based around this game. Like he's making other video games, but his main is Kerbal. How do you not get bored to make always SSTOs? For me, I got bored to just make rockets because it's always the same. I enjoy making rockets, but it's always maneuvers and other what I like in this game. It's to explore the planets, to make new things, not to always make the same rockets. But some people did like to do always the same thing. So we are breaking with the extra fuel. As you can see, the whole lot of extra fuel, at least half of this lander is extra fuel. So yes, this mission wasn't cost efficient. So I have to look at my Delta V map. I don't look at my Delta V map because I consider this as a very minimal delta V, but in fact it's real delta V. I can very easily land with that, so I will have to check that in the next episode. I can land with the whole lander because it's not burned and it will not burn at this speed, but I willn't because I forgot that the decoupler works before the parachutes, and when I wanted to open the parachutes, I just decoupled the stage.